The following video may not be suitable for children 13 and under. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, Inutabi here with a G.I.Joe Classified Series retro unboxing and review. Today we're going to take a look at Storm Shadow. And before we do, if you have not, please go up there and hit that subscribe button. You'll help out the channel. We're trying to get the channel 5,000 for the end of the year. If you're interested in becoming a member or supporting the channel anyway, we have super thanks available at the bottom of the videos. Click the little heart button. You can donate anything you wish to do. It just helps the channel. All it does is enable me to buy figures and stuff to get reviews out. So that's all that does. So about this figure. So Storm Shadow is an interesting figure I had as a kid in 3.75. Loved the character. I have the regular version, which this is actually like the third Storm Shadow. We've got the Arctic version, then you got the pretty terrible G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie version. Then we got this one, which I really enjoyed and thought it would be pretty fantastic. So picked that one up. We'll compare it and see what the differences are. I don't think there's enough, but let's talk about Retro real quick before we get started. Real quick. So Retro's done a fantastic job in replacing the original run figures. So every Retro figure that has been done, Gun-Ho, Destro, Baroness, Lady J, I have not got Snake Eyes or the Crimson Guardsman yet. We'll hopefully have those down the road. They've done a great job at replacing the original version, which I think is the way to go. And this time I picked this up even though I really wasn't going to. And this is really, honest to God, it's more just a curiosity factor, review factor. Wanting to pick it up. I really wasn't interested. I had this version here on the side, and I thought it was a superior one. We'll check it out. We'll take out a box and see, was it worth it. Honestly, if I just first glance, you know, I don't know if you already have one version, do you really need the second? I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know if there's going to be enough differences, but we'll get started in a minute. Let's take a look at the card. This was actually shipped in a box, so that's why the card is not torn to pieces. It looks pretty good. My main issue with the card is they're just so thin. Look how thin that is. If you're a minimum card guy, good luck. That's all I can say to you. Good luck. Nice bubble here. A lot of accessories. I think it's pretty much the standard fare. We've got extra hand here. Got a throwing star. All that kind of cool stuff. Stand, fantastic. Love that. Flip around to the back. We've got the card. His role is covert ops. His primary specialty is assassin. Secondary specialty is intelligence. That's hand in hand, I guess. And then we got the multi versions of the languages, which, you know how I think about that. Let's get more of a, you know, I don't see the need. But anyway. And then we got the cross sale here of Gun-Ho, Destro. Sartan, I did a review of him not too long ago, as I showed the Chameleon Swamp Gear that I got from 9M Productions. Fantastic figure. Looks great. Like I said, they knock them out of the park here. They just do a fantastic job of re-releasing the figures and making them better than the original. Gun-Ho was probably the best example, I'd have to say, of the line. Just the original one looked terrible to me. And I actually got rid of it, and this guy's replaced him, and we're never going back. So unless I get the Dress Blues version, which would be really great, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's get out of the box and take a look at it, and then we'll do the comparison and a few thoughts. All right, accessories. Got one Cobra stand. Should be the standard requirement for every figure in the line, regardless of retro classified. Please make this mandatory. Include these as packs. Sell these as packs of 10, 20, whatever at this point. This is the way to go. I don't know. Just wish we could do that. So, comes with two swords. Nice silver paint on both of them right here. This looks good. We've got handles here with snakes on the handle, which that looks pretty good too. Well detailed. Did a good job with these. Silver paint looks nice. Just doesn't remind me of like I guess these are ninja swords. I mean, it doesn't look like what like a samurai sword. So I guess there is a difference. I don't know. I'm not a ninja expert, but there you go. Then we get one arrow. It's got a silver point and white, whatever you call this, feathers or whatever the end of the arrow is supposed to be called. That's white. Then we've got this backpack. You can plug both swords in, and there's a spot here to also put in the arrow. So that's good. So you can keep that in the quiver. It's called a quiver, I do know that. Got the Rashikage emblem here on the front. It's nice detailing, like a diamond pattern. Peg right there is kind of offset. And like I said, we're going to do a comparison. We're going to show you everything here on this. You can just do your sword in here like this. Do your sword in here like this. And plenty of weapon storage. One thing, here's the compound bow. It is very, very loose, like plastic. Like it's very flexible. I'm not a fan of this at all. Honestly, I don't. And it comes in the packaging, and the packaging is the plastic bubble. I don't even have it here. Yeah, here it is. It's wedged in here in just a crazy way. I guess you have to be flexible for it to come out of this, but I don't know why it would have been put in that plastic like that. That's a little bit of a silly step to me. Handle here is painted white, looks fine. Detail is nice, no problem with it. You know, I don't. It seems like it's different, and we're gonna have to compare it. I don't know if the other one was quite as flexible as this, but look at this. I mean, you know, really, really bendable. Don't remember that, but we're going to do that comparison. All right, comes with two hands. Got one fist. And then one unique thing here, we've got one hand throwing a throwing star, painted silver, and looks nice. So it's on a peg. You can have them in there tossing the star at somebody. So very cool. And then we're going to bring in the figure. Here he is. So no hood. Nice white paint. The wraps are kind of a dull white on the legs here. The wraps look good. They're a different color white than the rest of the uniform. Same thing with the wrist wraps. That's what we're going to call it. This thing on the back was already pegged in. On the other Storm Shadow, you had to plug it in yourself. So I'm not sure if that really makes any difference. We've got a collar here that you can, you can actually use as a collar. You can flip it around the other way here as well and do this. So if you want to do that, honestly, this way, I guess it's supposed to be like the hood folded down. So that looks fine to me. You could run it either way, actually. Skin tone is like maybe a little bit darker than the other one. Cobra emblem looks fantastic. Nice detail on the belts and buckles here, like that. Standard articulation on this figure. Nothing's different. Ball joint. Look up and down, side to side, butterfly all the way around. Double jointed elbow. We've got the wrist. We've got ab crunch, waist rotation, leg up, leg back, thigh rotation. Got double knees. God, that is super tight, Bo. Might have to loosen that up a little bit for this is directly out of packaging. So then we've got, let's see, ankle rocker, and then toe down, ankle rocker. Same stuff. Nothing different. You don't really see, other than like Serpentor, and then maybe who was it? One other figure had a different ab crunch. Everybody else is, it's pretty standard affair here. So looks nice. So let's bring in the first standard classified version of Storm Shadow, and then just do a comparison here. So at first glance, I would say this is a little bit more of a cream white, and this is more, the retro version is more of a bright white. They both do have the wraps. Classified version, we're going to go classified retro, make it easier. Classified blends in with the outfit more. Skin tone is perhaps just a shade darker on retro, but not really much, I could say. And I got the scarf things going two different ways. Just flipping around to the back. Got everything on his. Weapons are all the same on both figures except for the throwing star hand. That is the only difference in accessories and, a stand. So there you go. I mean, you can see the shade difference. I hope that's coming across in camera. So it's a little bit more of a creamier white. This is a bright white. I do like the bright white. I'm not sure if I like the wraps being like a faded color though. So it's kind of like the original didn't have the wraps. He had like the gloves, you know, and he's got the wraps. I like the wraps. I just don't like the faded color part of it. So everything else is standard. See, this is probably the case of where like, if you've got this guy already, then maybe don't pick this guy up, because I don't know if there's enough difference in variation other than a throwing star and a little bit of shade difference in color that it's worth getting. So put that in the comments. Let me know. Are you picking it up? Is it worth it to you? Do you get all the repaints? I mean, I'm seems like I'm getting every freaking thing, Joe. So I don't have room to talk. So let's I don't know if these guys are going to stand. We'll come back to them, but let's look at the crossbow. I don't remember this guy being that. Well, yeah, it is. All right, so I was wrong, but it just maybe I didn't point it out at the time, but it is bendable in both versions. But it looks fine. It's the same thing, white paint. Not a whole lot of difference. So this review will go by pretty quickly, I think. So put it in the comments. Are you picking it up? Is it worth it to you? To me, there's not enough variation this time in the retro. It's not a big difference like Gun-Ho was, you know, or Zartan in the color that, you know, to really make it worth it if you already got the classified version, not the retro. So put that in the comments. Are you picking it up? What do you think? The bright white does look good, can't deny, but don't know if I need 2 Storm Shadows sitting on the shelf when, you know, basically the only difference is the wraps on the hands. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I do appreciate it. If you have not, go up there, hit the subscribe button. You'll help out this channel. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Joe content. Part 3 of building the custom G.I.Joe boat should be up this weekend. Also, I've got the Dreadnought air skiff by Pixis Designs. It's 3D printed, a classified series air skiff. Should be up hopefully Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the next wave with torpedo, scrap iron, and all that. Should be coming in hopefully a week or so, depending on how shipping goes. Also stay tuned for Dusty Tiger Force and Python Patrol Crimson Guardsman coming as well. So a lot of Joe content. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you down the road.